Hello everyone, this is BK2421. It is March 29th, 2014, and I was feeling particularly bored today. Wanted to do something a little productive, but there's nothing really to do for me today. It's raining and nothing is going on. So, what I thought I'd do is, I've been asked a lot of questions over the course of me posting guitar videos and whatnot, so I thought I would take 10 common questions or remarks that I get in my videos, in the video comments, and answer them for you. Do something a little different. So here's my list. Some of you probably don't care, but I know a lot of you ask these questions, so I see all of them, but it would just take forever for me to answer these all, so that's why I'd rather just make a video and be over with it. So the first and easily the most common question is, how do I record and get my tone? Alright, I record with my camera. I'm looking at the camera itself. I have a Canon PowerShot SX230HS. I had bought it on Black Friday like 2 years ago. I got it plus a tripod, extra battery, 8 gig memory card, and a few other, and like a case and some other things for like $230. It was just a crazy good deal. So I highly recommend Canon. I get the 1080p HD videos. I just usually, put them in 720p just to make uploading quicker, because there really isn't that big of a difference. But so I record through there, and then how I get my guitar tone is I have an Alesis IO2 Express. I purchased this at a Guitar Center, also around Black Friday. It's about $80. Clearly worth it. I like that, you get the tone. A lot of people ask about it. But let's see. Alright, so I record through there. I also use Guitar Rig 4, which is the amplification. I use the preset Slipknot Wide. I guess it's just a rip-off of like Slipknot, but I find it to be the best preset, because I'm far too lazy to try and make my own. That, it sounds pretty common with most of the songs that I listen to and play, and it has a very good feel, especially in like 80s songs. It really kicks ass on those songs. So I use those, and then from Guitar Rig 4, I save I record it, save it, it'll save as a wave, and then I use Cubase LE, which comes with the Alesis IO2 Express. I use that to put the amp sound onto the actual file, so like when you record it with Guitar Pro, it'll sound like it'll sound like just a clean guitar, but then you can put, in Cubase LE, you can put the distortion on the actual thing. So I don't use a pedal. I used to, and I'll use a wah pedal, but I won't ever use like a distortion pedal or anything. I just physically choose the amp for the specific sound when I'm playing, so there's never a pedal involved. And then I take that and I mix the entire video in Adobe Premiere. And the font that I use in the beginning is called Metal Macabre, however you say it. And that's pretty much it. That's all that goes into my mixing and whatnot. Alright, so the second question is, where do you get your tabs? Everyone asks. I get mine from 911tabs.com, but I use Guitar Pro. I don't use actual tabs, so I'm never going to go out and physically always just provide tabs for anybody that asks me. So asking me is pointless, because if I can go out and find them, you can go out and find them. So I use Guitar Pro tabs, Guitar Pro 6. So I recommend that. So just go on 911tabs or ultimateguitar.com. They're both fine. Number 3, you should play insert song name here. I do not take requests. I specifically play what I want to play. What I find myself comfortable enough playing, I want to play it. Usually, a lot of the times, I'll just be like really excited. I'll be listening to a song like, this song kicks ass. I'm gonna learn it. So that's pretty much usually how it happens. It's just I want to play a song, but there will be the opportunity for you to give me a request, which will be coming soon. So stay tuned to my channel for details on that, to possibly be able to request for me to cover. So let's see, number 5. Whatchamacallit? Are you in a band? Yes, I am in a band. I've posted that I've done a vlog before. We are called Solstice. www.facebook.com/Solstice Band, Twitter Solstice Band, Reverb Nation Solstice Band. We're also on Instagram, but that one's just Solstice. It's spelled SOULSTYCE. Okay, so next is, how long have you been playing? How did you start learning? I've been playing since June of 2006, so it'll be 8 years this June. I'm self-taught. I had a few lessons here and there. I actually took if you guys ever look, there's these Mahalo video tutorials where a guy will play a song. I actually took a few lessons from that guy. His name's Mark Salai, but it wasn't that much. I only had a handful of lessons, so it wasn't much. I'm definitely more self-taught than anything. But basically how I started playing was I just picked songs that I wanted to play, and I started I just read the tabs, learned them, and just progressively got better. Like the first song I ever learned was Chapter 4 by Avenged Sevenfold, and I've been wanting to put that song up. I just never finished the solo. I never attempted to learn the solo. I had always known how to play it. But now that I just put up another Avenged Sevenfold song. I won't be putting up another one for a while. But yeah, just play what you want to play. The hardest part of playing guitar is the first year, because everything you do is frustrating. It's either you're going to be boring or very frustrated because you're going to suck. So it's that first year is the hardest. So I decided to go with I'll try and get better first, instead of being bored out of my mind learning all these chords and scales and whatnot. So that's what I did. Why don't you record as much as you used to? Because I now have a life. I work at UPS packing boxes, so that I'm starting my own business. I've talked about it. I'm starting actually a few businesses. I'm trying something to pan out. I have a girlfriend. I have the bands, which we're now starting to do things. We're actually opening up for Battlecross in May. But I'm pretty excited about that. So I just have a lot of things. Lately I found a little more time on my hands, which is why I put up the 2 covers, Carry On Wayward Son and Strength of the World. But it's not, I'm going to try and do a little more than I have been over the past year, but it's been hard. I've been really, really busy. I graduated college and all this other stuff, so I do apologize. Let's see. Why did you cut your hair? Because I have a girlfriend. It's funny. I'd lost my job at a specific. I had lost my job around, and I didn't lose the job. No, I was trying to get somewhere. I was trying to get an internship or something like that with college, and it was also my mom's birthday, and she hated the long hair, so for her birthday, I cut it off. And then, I put it in a bag, and I put it in her hand. She was confused, and then I took my beanie off. And she's like, "Oh my God, I have my son back!" So it was funny, but yeah. I do think that I look better with short hair. Right now, it needs to be cut, and it's pretty gross, and I look like a bum, but... Alright, number 8. Why don't you make more tutorial videos, like the one you made for Between the Hammer and Anvil? Because that takes a lot of fucking time. That is not... If I mess up one thing during that video, it's just, let me re-record this, and just... The Between the Hammer and the Anvil videos took a while, so... yeah, it's pretty much that. I would do more, but they're not that. I'm not as consistent. What kind of guitars do you have? Alright, so I have 5 guitars. I have my red one, which is my Ibanez, my favorite, obviously. It's an Ibanez RG370DXGP2, right? Yeah, RG370 DXGP2. The black Ibanez that I have is I wrote it down, RG4EXQM1. I also have an Epiphone Les Paul standard gold top, and I also have a Fender Squier Strat, which is a piece of shit. And then I also have a Dean acoustic that the electric is cut off, like it's not as good. So my 4-play long time video, that came out like crap when I used the acoustic, but ugh, I'm so upset. But whatever. Alright, and then I always laugh at this, but people will comment on my videos going, "Dude, you're so stoned and drunk." No. I have never... The only time I've ever drank during or prior to me doing a video was during my drunken lullabies, where I took a Jaeger bomb in the middle of the video. Other than that, I've never smoked or done anything prior to I'm not as good of a player when I am not sober, which is disgustingly upsetting, I know, but yeah, so I'm always sober. So I hope you enjoyed this FAQ session that I had, but yeah, I guess I'll end it here. I hope you enjoyed. Comment with whatever. Subscribe. Please check out my band. I really like my band to get somewhere. So hopefully we're going to start recording an EP soon. We have a few demo tracks out. So check us out. Enjoy.